What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and WAN stuff. I got an EP review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new EP from the band Garroted, entitled Of Damnation and Abyssal Terrors. This is self-released. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Walpole, Massachusetts, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, elaborate, fantasy-driven style of death metal. Yeah. Yet another different angle that I'm trying out here, so let me know what you think. But yeah. This is one of those newer death metal bands that have been making quite a good impact with the material that they've been putting out. In 2016, I believe, this band put out a demo entitled In the Court of Nyarlathotep. Very, very strong and impressive stuff. I love this band's musical style, their creativity, the fact that they have a little bit of an improvisational sort of approach going for them, in addition to their style of death metal. A little bit of that Lovecraftian vibe going for them, of course, mentioning Nyarlathotep and all that other stuff, but also getting influences from American death metal, Mexican death metal, a la Morbid Angel, Time Ghoul, Shub Niggurath. All those sorts of particular influences have been heavy for a project like Garroted, and that demo was very, very impressive. But now we have this brand new offering from the band, which I believe sees them taking the next step forward into their own sorts of soundscapes and styles in the form of this EP called Of Damnation and Abyssal Terrors. It's only 4 tracks, but it clocks in at around 24 minutes in length, and like I said, this new material shows the band going forward into what will potentially be a more well-rounded sound for them in the future. And with the 4 tracks that are on this EP, it just goes to show you that Garroted are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the near future and for many, many years to come. The first 2 tracks represent a little bit of a 2-parter track. Otherworldly Subversions, and then the part 2 of the song entitled Pandemonium. Really, really creative stuff. I love how the opening track just gets started right away into the pulsing sort of drums and guitar playing. It's just really, really solid stuff. I love how everything gets blended together, meshed together, and just going forward, it just sounds really awesome. The guitar playing on this EP is really, really stellar. Really awesome riffs to be heard all the way throughout, especially towards the more subtle, sort of nearly proggy sort of moments on this EP. I don't know if you can really tell or notice it, but I believe there's a little bit of a progressive influence going forward for this band, and I think it works out very, very well here, especially on these first 2 tracks, and then later on to songs like Crimson Thirst and Into the Shivering Forest, which would be the longest track on this EP. It just goes to show you the intelligence and sound mind that this band has when it comes to crafting guitar riffs and bass tones and overall really awesome sounds. The drum work on here is very solid, very well thought out, very natural sounding. A lot of great blasts, a lot of great momentum shifts when things begin to get a little faster and a little bit more mid-paced and slower, especially when it comes to the lengthier tracks on this EP. It's just really, really solid. Very awesome and well thought out drum performance. And the vocals on here are very awesome. Very well articulated, very rough, very rugged sounding vocals. Very well distributed and well sounded. I love this vocalist's attention to detail. The storytelling aspects of this EP are great. The lyrics are very solid too. Just very, very awesome stories to be woven here within these 4 tracks, and I really do think that the best from this band is still yet to come. So overall, if you are a fan of this band's first demo, In the Court of Nyarlathotep, Of Damnation and Abyssal Terror will satisfy your craving for some creative and fantasy-driven death metal. Garroted are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with for many years to come. They have a lot on their plate right now, and I'm excited to see where things go from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this EP and listen to it. I will leave you you a link to the Garroted Bandcamp page, where you can listen to this EP in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it by digitally, and it is available physically as a CD. I believe there's also a tape version. There's merchandise options available. And this band will, like I said, they have a lot going on their plate. I believe they're going to be playing for, opening for Demolic when they do their little string of North American tour dates. So if you happen to be in their neck of the woods, definitely go and check them out and support them. They have a lot of great things going their way very soon. So again, the EP is of Damnation and Abyssal Terrors by Garroted. This is self-released. Go support this band. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Absolutely impressive fantasy-driven death metal from probably one of the best newer bands representing death metal today. So if you happen to have heard this EP, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, or any of you guys into Garroted, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Armijo out.